World Access! Ha! Hey guys, KRX50 here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Growl phone from Power Rangers Wild Force. This is the morpher used by the first 5 Wild Force Rangers to morph and communicate with each other. And it includes, yes, the morpher that you see right there. So here it is. It's the second self-morpher ever, and the first one to be used by an entire team of Rangers. It's got this kind of bronzish gold paint, which is not quite gold, but not quite bronze either. It's also a little bit of red paint and green paint, but the main plastic color is black. And it has metal parts and silver paint plastic in places. As well as all this stuff down here, which I'll go into later. And thanks to this part here, it's also partially molded after the Red Lion Wild Sword. And opens up like this, where you see this display screen, which has the Wild Force emblem right there. All this paneling here and these two lights, but I'll tell you right now that for whatever reason, one of them broke sometime after I bought this, so only one of these lights works. Has some more detailing here. And here's the keypad. We got the morph button right here. The call button, end button, and the number pad. So, turn it on, you've got this switch here. Just switch it on like that. And so, for the morph, you just press this button here. And, like I said, only one of the lights works. The number pad has a 3-tone keypad. And no matter what number you press, you get the same calling sound when you press this button here. Which you can cancel by pressing any button. And yeah, these are the only two that make any noise. Will make lights for the sounds. The call button and the morph button. And just switch it off like that. This thing has 2 other features involving all these parts down here, which are transformation features. The first one is a wild sword transformation to a more animal-like mode, specifically to transform to be like the Red Lion Wild Sword. So you take out these parts here, fold them out to be front legs, and take these. Oh yeah, that one's kind of loose, so that one, you may see that one pop off. Fold them down. Yeah, it's rather inconvenient to have that like that. Fold them down to become the back legs. Okay, and this one's also a little bit loose, so well, there you have that. Yeah, the balance issue is not all that good. And so there you have it like that, with all the legs like that, where it's like a wild sword. The second transformation is to look like a ranger. You pull these parts down like this, and you just keep falling off. I mean, I'm sorry, this is just, it's not completely on there, so I apologize for all the times it falls off, or breaks off. And then pull these down here. And for the feet, you grab in here, pull these parts out. And the same thing on the other side. Then you go around here, move the arms down to the side. Then move this down and fold it in, like so. And the same on the other side. Then you flip up this panel to reveal a head. And you have the Ranger mode. And then this does actually look kind of silly, but you've got this kind of generic Wild Force head. You've got this detailing, which is, like the stripes they have over their chests. You have the arms and the legs. As far as articulation for this thing goes, well, I guess I won't display it with that arm because of, the problem. The arms will rotate all the way, though the arms seem to be on a tight joint, which is interesting, because this head joint, as you probably noticed, is a loose one. Got forward and backwards at the elbow. You got this wrist joint and, this kind of hand joint. And for the legs, well, technically this goes out at, sorry. So, this thing kind of has 2 points there where it goes outwards. One here and then one here. Like that. For the legs, you've got this forward and backwards movement at the hip. You have this first joint that bends forward and backwards. A second joint that gives him a single knee joint, and also because the transformation weirdly bends forward. And you have this foot of sorts that is on a joint that moves around. Excuse me, my nose is a little bit stuffy. And so now I'll just transform it back to the cell phone mode. Hopefully without the kind of broken arm coming off. Okay, got those there. That's one. And you really got, kind of be careful of the placement of these parts when you put them back, because they really got to be kind of well aligned like this for it to work. And see that this is just a really loose joint here. Really pretty loose, but that's because this thing is, well, the joint on this is obviously worn down with age. So comparing it to the G-Phone from Hyakuju Sentai Growl Ranger, it does have its differences. The sounds are essentially the same, but there are there are some differences in the physical functions. This part here could extend to be an antenna and had 5 interchangeable antennas, one for each of the 5 main Wild Zords. It also had these parts which could extend out and turn and stuff, so that you could change it into a Wild Zord mode for any of the main 5 power animals. Yeah, I mean, they're called power animals in Japan, so it had different transformations for each of the main 5 power animals. But what you get here is just this, with just the Red Lion transformation and the Ranger transformation. But whichever antenna you had on the G-Phone did not affect the Ranger transformation. So this is good for Wild Force fans and Growl Ranger fans on a budget. If you're really, really into Growl Ranger, you'll probably want to get the G-Phone more, but this is, I mean, it doesn't sacrifice too much as a substitute. So, please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my blog at krx50.blogspot.com. Excuse me. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.